everybody, I'm Christina, and today I'm going to be taking you through a slow-paced yoga practice, really designed just to relieve any tension you might be carrying and reduce any stress you may have. So this is a great practice to do maybe at the end of a busy work day, or if you just need an energy reset and you want to get rid of any of that negative energy that doesn't serve you anymore. This is a beginner-friendly practice. You don't need any props to get started. But if you would like to bring a pillow or a blanket to the mat just to support you while we're moving through these postures, by all means, go ahead and grab them now. If this all sounds good to you, we're going to go ahead and get started right away on the mat here in an extended child's pose. So I want you to bring both big toes together to touch at the back of your mat. We're going to sit onto our heels if that's accessible to you, and we're going to drop the chest down, bringing our arms out in front of us and dropping our forehead to the mat. Let's just take a moment to notice how we feel sinking into the ground and finding a sustainable posture for us today. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels good to you. And we're going to take a big inhale through the nose just to sigh it out through the mouth. Good. 2 more of those. So big inhale through the nose. Exhale, we sigh it out. 1 more time, letting everything go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Nice. Let's take 1 more moment here before we start to move our bodies a little bit more. Slowing down the breath, so elongating those inhales and elongating those exhales. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and thread the needle. So we can come to center, push into our hands. We're going to bring that left arm underneath our right, resting onto our left ear. So you want to feel this stretch in your left shoulder. And maybe we tent those fingertips to feel this stretch a little bit in our right armpit. You can close your eyes, sinking into it here. And we're trying to find a softness throughout each position. When you're ready, we'll come back through center, making our way to the opposite side. So threading that right arm underneath the left, resting onto that right shoulder and that right ear. If you tented your fingers last time, push into those fingertips this time. Stretch through that armpit. Breathing here. Good. Awesome. When you're ready, we're going to come back through center, finding our tabletop position. We're going to press into our hands, press into our feet here, and we're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees in line with our hips. Let's take a few cat-cows. So inhale to drop the belly, look forward. Exhale to round and curve, looking through your thighs. Nice. Keep this movement going, taking any cat-cows at your own pace. Slowing it down if you can today. And really paying attention to each vertebrae as we curve through our spine. Awesome. 1 more round here. Moving with our breath before coming back to center. So a neutral tabletop position. We're going to go ahead and bring our hands out a little bit in front of us, maybe a little bit wider than shoulder distance. And we're going to drop down into our chest, coming to our puppy posture. So you can rest your chin onto the ground here, or you could just drop your forehead to the mat like we did in our initial child's pose. So we're opening through the chest, stretching through those shoulders, so release any tension you might be holding on to. If you have a pillow or a blanket, you could go ahead and put that underneath your chest and just kind of relax into it. And if not, we're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. Let yourself get softer with every exhale. Good. We're going to push into those hands to come up. And we're going to bring our toes underneath. So tuck those toes under. And our hips are going to come back to come up, making our way to our downward dog today. So pressing evenly into those fingers, evenly into those feet. And maybe we walk the dog here. So dropping one knee and then the other. Good. Really just stretching out your hamstrings. Your chest is reaching towards your thigh, and your hips are up high. Good. Let's go ahead and drop our knees to the mat here. We're going to take a supported chaturanga. So we're going to drop down, drop our chest down. Our elbows are into our side, and we're going to straighten out our legs behind us. On our inhale, we're going to push into our hands and lift that chest up. Coming to a cobra here. Looking forward, tucking that pelvis under. So your pelvis wants to touch the ground, dropping into the ground deeper, and our feet are pressing into the ground behind us. Big chest opener here. Exhale, we're going to drop everything down and release. So drop those shoulders down to the mat, resting onto one ear here, and closing our eyes. Let everything go. Good. When you're ready, we're going to make our way back to a downward facing dog so we can come through tabletop, tuck our toes under, bring those hips up. So coming to our downward facing dog here, we're going to make our way to pigeon this time. So on a big inhale, we're going to lift that right leg high, and then our right knee is coming to the back of our right wrist. Sinking into those hips, dropping down. That left leg is straight behind us, and both hips are trying to face forwards here. If your hip doesn't make it to the ground, you can grab a pillow or a blanket and just put it underneath you for support. You can stay here, inhale to elongate the spine, or we can drop down. Maybe making a pillow with our hands, or maybe bringing our arms out in front of us. If your forehead is on the mat, feel that connection. We're just going to let everything go, opening the hips. Taking a moment just to notice how we feel here. One more big cycle of breath wherever you are. And we're going to push into our hands, tuck those back toes under, and make our way back to a downward facing dog. Once we're there, we can pedal out our legs, so dropping one knee and the other. We're setting up for the opposite side. So we're going to inhale to lift that left leg high, and that left knee comes forward to the back of our left wrist, dropping our hips down, stretching through that back leg. So our hips again are facing forward. We can stay here. Inhale to elongate the spine, or we can exhale, letting everything go, dropping down, creating a pillow, or stretching out the arms. So whatever variation you did on the opposite side, try to do that on this side. Taking it easy here. Opening through those hips. And little by little, we're melting everything closer and closer to the mat. Awesome. When you're ready, you can inhale, push into our hands to come up. Tuck those back toes under. We're making our way back, downward facing dog. Our last downward facing dog here. Really make it count. Maybe we find stillness. Feet are in line with our hips. We're pushing into both hands evenly. Our hips are raised up high to the sky. Good. And when you're ready, we can drop down onto our knees, finding our way to a nice seated position. So coming to a comfortable seat here, we're going to take a nice twist. So inhale, those arms come up. Exhale, we're going to twist over to the left side, looking over the back left shoulder. Breathing here. And really feeling that deep twist as you exhale. Good. Keeping your shoulders where they are, we're just going to move our head to look towards the opposite side. So stretching out your neck here. Breathing into it. And we'll inhale those arms up and twist the opposite way. Looking behind you at that back shoulder. Same thing as before. On your exhale, you're going to just twist a little bit more if you can. And when you're ready, you can look over the opposite shoulder, stretching through your neck here. Very nice. Let's inhale our arms back up. Coming back through center, we're going to make our way to our back here. So coming to your back with your feet on the mat, I want you to feel your lower back fully supported underneath you. We're going to bring our legs to a figure four position. So go ahead and bring your right wrist or your right ankle on top of your left knee. And we're going to go ahead and lift that left foot. Thread your hands underneath behind your thigh, and we're going to try to bring that thigh down closer to your body while we push that right knee out a little bit more. So I don't really want you to push anything here, but it's just thinking about those opposing forces in order to get more of a stretch in your glute. If this is all right for you, we can go ahead and straighten that left leg high. Breathing here. One more breath, you got this. And we could drop that left leg if it's lifted. Drop everything down, unlace. We'll take some windshield wiper knees here, so your knees drop to the left. drop to the right. Just a quick reset before we take it to the opposite side. So coming back to center, and we're gonna put that left ankle on top of our right knee, and we're gonna bring our hands behind that right thigh. So we have a figure four in the opposite direction. We're pushing that thigh closer toward us while we're thinking about bringing that knee out. If this is all right for you, you can go ahead and straighten that right leg high. Softening into it as much as you can. Just be here in the present and noticing the difference between one side and the other. Good. When we're ready, we'll drop everything back down. We'll take those windshield wiper legs again. Before coming into a dead bug. So you're gonna raise your both legs out above you. So your legs are straight above you. And then your arms are following. So your arms are straight above you too. And we're just gonna shake, shake, shake. Everything as much as you can. Let all the blood rush towards your center. Shake it all out. This is our final move before we get to rest in Savasana. So really make it count. Kicking everything around before dropping everything down to the mat, taking up space here for your final resting posture. Go ahead and close your eyes here. Release everything down to the mat. If you have the time, go ahead and try to stay here for a couple minutes, maybe more. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice and for turning to yoga during a stressful time. I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.